Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you would like to know the price, simply click on the link in the description below. If you enjoy our videos, we greatly appreciate it if you would buy a watch at JazzTime.com. And all these watches that you see that we are listing on our YouTube channel, they're all for sale, and we review them because we are selling them. So if you want to buy them for the lowest price anywhere online, please click on the link in the description below and purchase it at jazztime.com. That's JAZTIME.com. Today I'm going to be comparing the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak reference 26331 OR blue versus rose gold versus the Audemars Piguet Offshore reference 26470 OR rose gold with champagne dial. I'm going to talk to you guys about the dial, the bezel, the case, the bracelet, the movement, try each one on and give you my thoughts. So let's dive right in. The dial, as you can see, the dial on this one is blue, this one over here on the right is champagne. The left one is the Royal Oak, whereas the right one is the Royal Oak Offshore. Now, the Royal Oak comes in a couple different colors. At least as of 2020, they make the Royal Oak, which is the one here, in blue or black. They used to also make it in silver and black. And they also make the Royal Oak on either the gold strap or gold bracelet or the leather strap. And all of those, we have them at jazztime.com. So you have a couple variations you can get. Okay, now as far as the dial on the Royal Oak Offshore, which is the one that you see right here, they have it in champagne. Now this champagne one is already discontinued. The current color is black, and also they make one in ruthenium, which is like a gray. And they make it either on this full gold bracelet or they make it on leather bracelet. So you have your options, okay? That's as far as dial color goes. Okay, they also used to make another one brown, I believe. So that's what you have in terms of dial color. Now, let's talk about the size of them. Now, I told you to talk about the case. The case, okay, let me show you here. The case on the Royal Oak that I have here is 41 millimeter. That means from my thumb to my index finger, 41 millimeters, okay? And they also make the Royal Oaks in 41 millimeter, 38 millimeter for men, and or it's actually unisex. And they also make it in, I think, 37, 33, and 34. So for ladies, also they make the Royal Oak. For the offshores, this offshore is 42 millimeters. As you can see it side by side, it looks a little bit bigger. You see that? When you look at it side by side, it looks just a tiny bit bigger, and it is. It's 42 millimeters versus 41 millimeters for the offshore. Now the offshore comes in two sizes as well, either 42 millimeter or they also make it for ladies in 37. They actually also make the offshore in 44 millimeters. However, if you want to have it on this gold bracelet, which is why I'm comparing these two, because I think you probably would be considering one of these two because they're very similar. If you want the offshore with this bracelet, this is your only option. You can only get it in the 42 millimeter size. You can't get it in 37 or the 44. So this is why this comparison is so useful to many people, because they would be considering these two watches when trying to decide which one to buy. And if you're deciding to buy one of these, please go to jazztime.com to buy it. Okay, what I want to show you next is probably what I think is one of the most important things, is the height. Now I'm going to show you them side by side. What do I mean by height? It's the profile. Why is it important? Well, most people wear this on their wrist with a cuff, such as a sleeve cuff from a suit or something. Okay, now on my left I have the Royal Oak. It is 11 millimeters. And on my right, I have the Offshore, which is 14.6 millimeters. Now, you might be thinking, well, that's only a 3.6 millimeter difference. It is, however, that's a 30% difference. It's 30% larger. And if you can see it side by side, which is why I'm holding it this way, you can notice that, yes, it's much thicker on the Offshore than it is on the Royal Oak. And why is that important? As I said before, it needs to fit under your suit cuff. And actually, the thinner the watch, the easier it is to wear. Okay, so there's positives and negatives of both. I'm gonna give you those thoughts when I try them both on and give you my thoughts. But right now I'm just showing you the difference. I'm gonna show it to you also with this side profile. Okay, don't worry, this bottom is plastic. It's not scratching the actual watch. So when you look at it like this, what do you notice? The Offshore is much thicker, way thicker. Come on this side, Jeremy. And then it's 14.6 30% bigger, okay? Now, another thing I'll show you about this case, if you notice, the pushers on the Royal Oak, because the Royal Oak is more of a dress watch, it has gold pushers. Whereas the Offshore is more of a sports watch, it's like the Royal Oak on steroids, it has these ceramic pushers. Why is it important to have ceramic pushers? Well, ceramic pushers don't fade. It's one of the touch points, right? So if you touch gold, like a lot, it can become rounded, but on a ceramic, it never, I don't want to say never, but very rarely does anything happen to it. It will not scratch, and anyways, you can keep on touching it, nothing can happen. But if you touch this enough times, I don't know, like if you have your shirt cuff rubbing over this enough times, this polish will eventually actually disappear. I know, it's kind of scary, right? You pay all this money for it. I'm going to show you this right here. You see how it has this excellent polish. It's like high polished brush. Well, actually, if you wear a suit cuff over this long enough, it'll actually kind of rub it away. Scary to think, but you know what? If you've worn it that often, you've got your money's worth. So actually, that's another way to look at it. Okay, but anyways, you can see that the Offshore uses a ceramic pusher as opposed to the rose gold pusher. Okay, again, both of these are rose gold, and if you look at them side by side, yeah, they actually look the same color. At least to me, they look the same color, so they should. Okay, now that I've talked about the case, I actually should probably talk to you about the movement. So I want to talk to you about the movement, all right? Now, on the movement on the Royal Oak, as you might expect, it's going to be a smaller movement, and in fact, it is. Why? Well, it's smaller because that's what lends to make it so skinny. Okay, now the movement I'm going to tell you is 26.2 millimeters in diameter, has a frequency of 21,600 vibrations per hour. It has 37 joules, has a power reserve of 40 hours and 304 parts, and is a caliber 2385. Okay, you can't see it, but instead you get to see this gold back, which actually some people have complained about, saying, oh, well, you can't see the exhibition, there's no exhibition. It's like, well, which is better, looking at exhibition or looking at pure gold? I'm not sure. So actually, I think it's still a pretty cool thing. Now, it has a thinner movement, as I said before, 26.5 millimeters. Now, on the other hand, the Offshore, also known as the brick, for obvious reasons, it looks like a friggin' brick of gold, right? Okay, 26.2 is the millimeter size of the one I just showed you, which is the Royal Oak. This one, the Offshore, okay, is going to have a caliber 3126, and it has a diameter of 29.2, and it has 21,600 vibrations per minute and 54 joules, more joules, and a 50-hour power reserve versus 40, 365 parts, very similar in terms of parts, but it's much thicker, so and used a different caliber, and you can see it. Now, I'm not really sure it really matters, like which one, one of them you can see the back, and actually it's very beautiful. I gotta say, actually, you know what? It is very beautiful. I kind of would prefer the open case back, but for whatever reason they don't do it on that Royal Oak. Maybe because it's, I don't know, who knows. But anyways, they don't do it. In fact, they don't do that for any of the caliber that we just talked about, which is, what I said, 2385. They don't do that for any of the caliber 2385. They put that 2385 in many of their other Royal Oaks, the ladies and stuff like that, but they don't show it ever. And they show a picture of it on their website, and it looks beautiful. I'm not sure why they wouldn't show it, but anyways, they don't show that, okay? All right, let's move on. Let's talk about the bracelet. Now, here's one of the things that people, I think, probably wouldn't notice unless they saw our video at jazztime.com, is that these bracelets are slightly different. How exactly are they different? Okay, on the left-hand side is the Royal Oak, and you look at this bracelet. Now, I have a detailed review about these bracelets. I don't want to go into details. Basically, what I can say is it has a high polish, and brushed and high polish. And in these interlinks, these links in between, as well as these links right here going left and right, left, right, up and down. Let me focus it there so you guys can see it. Okay, it glistens like a diamond. Why? Because as you can see, some parts are high polish. It goes high polish brush, even in the interlinks, which would be impossible for us to actually polish, but the polish on it is incredible, and I guess it should be for the cost of this watch. These watches are both, selling for over $50,000, so I guess, it makes sense that they would do that. Now, what I can show you on this bracelet is a little different. Now, the Offshore bracelet, it looks, what do you notice about it? It looks a little bit more round. It's not flat. Okay, on the other one, as I showed you before, it's a lot flatter. Do you see how it has a curvature to it, actually? Like the top of it has a curvature to it. It's rounded, or at least it has a semicircular to it. It's not completely flat. And if you look at the interlinks are not high polished like they are Try to zoom in so you see. Do you see? The interlinks are not high polished. At least you can't see them. It still has the high polish down the center, you know, but it doesn't have that same, it just doesn't have that same polish. Why exactly, I don't really know. But but as you can imagine, okay, I'm going to show you these bracelets side by side. When you look at them, the bracelet on the Offshore, it's way thicker, you know. If you look at it side by side, look at this. Can you see that? It's just way thicker. I'll try to bring it a little closer. It's just way thicker, and it feels more hefty, whereas the Royal Oak feels much more refined. It's like heft versus refinement, if I could best describe it. And if I can't describe it, well, you could buy it and you can figure it out for yourself. So, and you could do so by clicking on the link in the description below. We are selling both of these watches at jazztime.com if you want to buy them. Okay. All right. I want to show you the buckle. Now the buckle is basically the same. So it's this butterfly system. You click it in the middle and it opens. It's not really any different. Okay. So that's that. Okay. I guess I've gone to every single part. Time for me to give you my thoughts. Okay. So up to bat is the Royal Oak. What are my thoughts? I love this watch. If I could afford it, which is like around, at the moment, at least as of 2020, it's selling for around 70K plus. They make this in the brown or the blue dial. The blue dial is the boutique version. The brown dial is just the version that you can get. So it's less desirable, but that's only because, you know, it's hard to get, but that doesn't mean it's less desirable in the sense that it's better looking. Some people like brown, some people like blue, some people like black, silver, whatever. It's just what you like. Okay, here are my thoughts. I'm a super huge fan of the Royal Oak. I love it. If I could afford it, I would have one of these. I'd wear it every single day. I really love it. What do I love about it exactly? I'll tell you. I love the polish. I love the size. I think 41 hits it right on the head. It covers the entire wrist. It looks perfect. I love the thinness. I like that it's not this massive block. Okay, I love it. I think it looks perfect. I love that the dial is easy to read. I love the mega tapestry, or the tapestry dial, the grand tapestry, Okay, I love that. I think it looks awesome. It looks elegant, looks beautiful. I like the color. So I just think every part of this, I love it. I don't mind the gold case back, you know, at all. I mean, looking at a gold case back isn't so bad. I mean, is looking at gold bad? And anyways, it's on the underside of your wrist, not like you look at it anyways. And actually, I would think that making the case back gold as opposed to like sapphire would be a lot more expensive. So you should actually be grateful that the back of it is made with gold as opposed to glass. Which would you rather have? You already have glass on the front of it. So anyways, yeah, that's my thoughts. I just think this is a super badass, awesome, amazing watch. Now, what do I think about the brick, the Royal Oak Offshore? I also think this is a pretty awesome watch. I mean, it's hard to say. It's like, well, you know, I don't have the dough for one of these. I'm not sure I would have both of them. But if I did, you know, which one would I choose? Well, I can say for me, it doesn't really fit because my wrist is not really that big. And even if it was, it just does a little bit big for me. I can't say I don't like it though. It still looks amazing. I'm going to show it to you like this. Hopefully you can get a better view of it like this. Okay, it still looks amazing. It just, I mean, it has so much presence. In fact, it's just, if you want a loud watch, I love that it's just so like bulky and just like massive. It just looks like I don't know. It just looks like a baller watch. And I think anyone who sees this is going to be like, damn, right? I mean, it's just like this, you know, there's a reason why they call it the brick. And it's not sized for my wrist, you know, but that's why it looks a little loose. But I just think it's a badass looking watch. I love the edges. I love the lines. I actually don't mind that it's so thick because it's meant to be worn thick. It's meant to be like massive and just look, you know, manly, and I really like it as well. Now, I like that they have different dial colors. For me, champagne, I do like it. I think it has a nice cohesiveness about it. So, you know, both of them really have their positives and negatives. It's really hard to say, you know, it's like, you know, it's like, do you like Lamborghini or do you like the, what is it, Huracan versus the Aventador or something like that? Which one do you like? Well, they're both freaking good, you know, so it's really hard to say. Now, if you like this video, if you like any of these watches, please buy the watch at jazztime.com. We make these videos so people like you who are sitting home watching YouTube in front of their computer can buy this watch at the lowest price anywhere online. I want you to buy it from us, not watch our video and buy it from someone else. We have this watch. If we can't get it for you, we'll source it from somewhere, or we'll get you something very similar. So please, go to jazztime.com if you want to buy this watch or any other watch for the lowest price anywhere online. My thoughts are, these are both freaking awesome. If I had to choose one and I couldn't ever sell it, I'd probably choose the Royal Oak, because I think it fits me personally a bit bigger. If I was a bigger guy, I might choose the Royal Oak Offshore. And that's my thoughts. Thanks.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.